All right, folks, this is what's happening tonight. It's the masterclass on how to go from zero to a seven-figure revenue business, and we know because we've done it. I'm Brian Rose, and we are live here at London Real World headquarters. I'd love to find someone in the chat here that tells us we're not live, because I want to throw it right back at you and say, yes, we in fact are. And so I'm super excited to have you here. Make sure you download the workbook, which is in the chat. It's very, very important. And then make sure that you type in right now, what city are you from and what's the business idea you have? And again, I expect answers from every single person in here. I need to know the city and the business idea. Just guess if you think that's what you need, but go ahead and put that in for me because it's really important now. Next, what I want you to do is I want you to eliminate all of your distractions. That means I want you to take your phone, and I'll do it with you, and I want you to go ahead and put it on airplane mode. All right, shut that thing down and go to all of your browser windows and try to close all those things down. I know you got Facebook up and YouTube and you got all these other things, but I want you to shut them down. And I also want you to take the dog, the cat, the iguana, whatever you got in your room, and throw them out the door. Tell your wife or your husband or your kids that for the next 45 minutes you're hanging out with Brian Rose. Can you do that for me? Type yes in the chat if everything is closed. Give me your undivided attention. That's really what I'm looking for right now, and that's what I need from you. So I want to give you our show up bonus for being here. It's David Allen's Success Secrets. It's a piece of video that I shot that talks about this incredible guest, David Allen, and his system of getting things done. It's yours free tonight. There'll be a link there in the chat. Don't watch it now. Do me a favor. Watch me now because I want to help you get your business to the next level. But afterwards, you can download it. Next, I want to give you a second show up fast action bonus, and that's going to come at the very end of this masterclass, which is going to be very soon. So, why are we here? Why are we here, Brian? Well, tonight's masterclass is about how to get started in business. And why do you want to start a business? Well, let's get real, folks. Why would you want to do that? Well, maybe you want to be your own boss. Maybe you want to do work that you're excited about. Maybe you want to have the flexibility to control your own hours, work remotely, or even travel. Or possibly you want to double your paycheck. Maybe you want to take something to 6 or even 7 figures, or perhaps you just want to live your life on your own terms. Those are all great reasons, and this is all possible for you to do. I've graduated over 1,000 students from my Business Accelerator course with different interests, different age groups. I've had 14-year-olds to 85-year-olds, people in Argentina, Japan, Russia, the Pacific Ocean, from business models from coffee to human movement, from medicine to Reiki. All have used my process. This is a method that's proven, and it will work for you too. And the reality is this, is that if you don't have a business, well, you're always going to be an employee. You're always going to be told what to do by your boss. You might be doing unsatisfied work. You might be living paycheck to paycheck, and there's not a real possibility of creating financial wealth. So this is something you want to consider, and it's not as hard as you think, especially when you have a great mentor, which is me, an entire process, and a system of keeping you accountable, which I want to share with you at the end. But you might be asking yourself, who is this guy talking to me? Who is this American living in London? Why is he talking about business? Well, my name is Brian Rose, and I used to be a banker. I was the greatest greedy banker that ever lived. I lived here in London, and I did that for about 10 years. I was all about the money. I didn't live my passion. And after that amount of time, I was really depressed. I was disconnected. I was alone. I didn't have a family. I didn't really have many friends because all I was trying to do was make money for me. And when I actually got out of that world and I started London Real, I started giving value to the world. I started talking to amazing people and sharing their stories so other people could be inspired and empowered and enlightened and go do great things on the back of that. And 7 years later, I've lived this incredible life where now every day I don't extract value from people like I did in the banking industry, but instead I'm giving value to people, teaching my students, showcasing great guests, giving them amazing videos, creating movies to hopefully get your life to the next level. And it's changed everything. It's also taken London Real from zero, and trust me, I was zero for about 3 years, a big donut hole, no money coming in, no idea what to do in business, to a multi-million-dollar business. And I've done this by making all the mistakes in the book. I messed up everything, but then I learned. The only way to succeed is to fail first and learn, and that's what we did. I learned about social media. I learned about product ecosystems. I learned about digital products, YouTube, videos, websites, landing pages, and I'm going to teach all of that to you tonight, and I'm going to show you how to save time. I'm also going to show you an accountability process that can make you do that. And folks, the real truth is that it's all about you having a better life. And for me, when I look back now from where I was 8 years ago to where I am now, well, this picture pretty much sums it all up. This is my life now. I get to come home every night and I'm smiling. I'm happy because I'm doing great things in the world. I've got these two beautiful young boys. You can see them there, Damon and Caden, and they wouldn't even be in this world if I wasn't doing London Real. Because when I add value to the world, I feel super connected, I feel super happy, and I bring great energy, and we also make a lot of money at the same time. And so that's what I want to talk about tonight. Tonight, we have 3 parts of this masterclass. The first, I want to talk about your audience funnel. The second, I want to talk about your online business cycle. And finally, I want to talk about your end-to-end ecosystem. These are 3 strategic concepts that'll just change the whole idea you have for business. And I want you to put this date in your calendar, October 16th. Pull up that calendar on Google or on Outlook or whatever you're using, or maybe write it in your calendar. October 16th is when our full online business course training starts. And I'll talk more about that later. But right now, I want to come to you and find out what city you're from. What is your business idea? And again, I expect an answer from every single one of you. Otherwise, I'm going to throw you off this course because this is interactive. I want you to get uncomfortable tonight. I want you to try some new things out. But before we do that, I want you to do me a favor and humor me. I want you to close your eyes. And I can see all of you on your webcams, so I can see if you're not closing your eyes. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, I see you. Close your eyes and do this for me. I want you to visualize your future. It's 6 months from now. So we're rocking what? April 2019. And I want you to visualize you as the owner, the CEO of a 6-figure business. You're bringing in $100,000 or $200,000 now on your very own business. You've quit your job. And you're now living your passion. Every day you get to get up and do what you love, whether that's training or yoga or martial arts or vegan cooking or child development or mathematics teaching. Every day you're doing what you love. Your customers come to you and thank you so much for changing their lives. You get reached out to people from TED Talks to publishers that want to publish your book. You get JV partners from people you dreamed of, like Tim Ferriss and Tony Robbins and London Real, because they see the energy and they want to be a part of you growing your business. Your personal life has gone through the roof. You have new friends, amazing new relationships. You're finally treating your body well because you have more time. You might be traveling the world, maybe working from a beach, working from the mountains. You're really designing your own lifestyle. You're happier than you've ever been. You're contributing back to the world. And life is, for the first time, maybe just absolutely incredible. And I want you to just visualize how you feel, what it's like, who's in your life. And I want you to open your eyes. Because tonight is not about putting 7 figures in your bank account and buying the Lamborghini and buying the private jet, although you can do that if you want. This is about changing your life to where you're a happier, healthier, more energetic person. It's about connecting with people in the world that love what you do, that want to be a part of your amazing energy. And that's what I want to show you tonight. If you've watched me over the last 7 years, that's what I've done with London Real. I've evolved as a person. Watch me for the next 7 years. This entire team here and this whole global community, we're going to take things to the next level because we add value to people's lives every single day. And of course, no masterclass would be complete, really, without my partner in crime here, our head of strategy, Mr. Julian Bales, looking very sharp tonight with the jacket, making me look a little underdressed. It's great to have you here, as usual, under the masterclass. Tell me, what's going on? What are these people saying in the chat? I know I'm being a little harsh on people. I'm expecting, demanding comments tonight. What's the audience like?
Well, you're getting comments here. It's a very active crowd tonight, Mr. Rose. We have people from all over the world.
All right, good.
Should we start with Brazil? We've got Rodrigo in Santos and Leonardo in São Paulo.
Wow, 2 people in Brazil. Love it.
Helen is in Rotorua, New Zealand.
Okay, good. Kiwis is probably 4 in the morning there. That's dedication, that's commitment, respect.
Andy in Malawi.
Okay, Malawi, fantastic.
And Ishmael in Cape Town, South Africa.
Okay, great. We always have a strong Africa contingency, so it's amazing. Someone from Kenya was on our masterclass on Monday and pulled the trigger at the end, so it's great stuff.
Fernando is in Mexico City.
Good.
And Alex is in Tijuana.
Fantastic.
We also have Vladimir in Belgrade and Lewis here in London.
Wow, that's quite an international crowd. I would say I was surprised, but we have graduates from 67 countries in the world. On our usual live calls, we actually have people on 14 different time zones. So we're used to an international crowd. It's actually what makes us strong at business because you know this, Julian. These days, every business has to be global. We're teaching you to sell products online and digitally to where you can change people's lives from around the world. You need input from different cultures, different languages, because these are your customers, and that's what makes us strong. What are some of the business ideas that people are talking about? I know some people don't know, but again, I want answers from everybody. So if you're still coming late here, type in the city you're from, type in your business idea, because I really want to know.
Okay, let's start with Neil, who I think is going to be a Bruce Lipton fan by the look of it. He is saying epigenetics for alcoholics. He's calling this the recovery project.
Okay, look, I love this. You know, Lipton's a huge guest here on London Real. People are blowing up. Epigenetics is very interesting. It's kind of how your genes express themselves, and it's a new science, and I think people are interested. I love how you're talking about alcoholism. This is what we call a micro niche. And it's something we talk about in the first 2 weeks of our Business Accelerator. And it's counterintuitive, but the smaller your market is, the faster you will be successful. So if you really narrow it down, you might even want to do alcoholics for men over 50 and throw the epigenetics. I think you're into a winning idea, so I like that a lot.
Melinda here in London says, teaching mobile software engineering or developing the next level note-taking and data handling app.
Okay, sounds good. I like it. You're being very specific. I like the mobile space. Again, we might be able to niche that down even a little further. Maybe it's for education. Maybe it's for personal development or personal training, but I already like where you're going with that. And this is really going to scale to you because we're talking about getting to that $1 million mark right away. I'm going to show you how to invest your profits back into the business so you can grow at maximum speed.
Alexander's asking, are we live?
We are live, Alexander, so I guess that proves it to you. You know, what can I say? I'm going to show the New York Times front page soon. But yes, folks, we're live. That's how we do things around here. All of our courses are taught live. All of our master classes are live. We do our episodes here at London Real live. So I'm also alive.
We have Cohen in the Netherlands who's looking to start a coaching business.
Okay, good. Coaching is great. I'd love to know what type of coaching. There's so many different types. We've graduated a lot of people from our Business Accelerator. Susan Gunnar comes to mind. She's actually one of our instructors now, and she coaches people on childhood trauma, gets them to work through that to become better adults. Again, micro niche. I like people that focus on a small part of a market, own it, and then open it out, and that's how you're going to be successful in business.
And finally, we have Mahmoud in Cairo, Egypt, who has no business idea, but that's okay too, right?
You know, that's great, Mahmoud. About a third of my students come with no idea, a third students come with an idea, and a third of my students come with an actual business, sometimes $1 million business that they want to learn from London Real on how to really ramp it up in the digital age. And if you've watched what we've done in the last 7 years, you've seen us grow. That's because of revenues we've generated from these same techniques. We literally eat our own dog food, as they say in Google. We practice what we preach, and we use our own product systems to teach other people, and that's how we've been successful. So I'm going to get this thing started, right?
Let's do it.
Okay, folks, look, tonight it's going to come fast. It's going to come quick. Pay attention. Again, I need responses from every single one of you, or I'm throwing you out of this masterclass. Because look, I'm investing my time and energy in you. I want you to give me some feedback, get uncomfortable, answer hard questions, guess. But let's get started and try to build your business tonight. I want to talk about 3 things tonight. It's going to be your audience funnel, your online business cycle, and of course your end-to-end ecosystem. Let's start with this concept called your audience funnel.